traffic and popping off. Started going to other events and started popping off as well, Cats being one of them. And, man, we have a treat for you. We got a Houston Classic in top 8, just the way you want to see it. We got Mold and Sergio starting off on Battlefield.
Yeah, no. This is going to be really interesting to see, especially two characters that have their projectiles. Love to sort of get their advantage going because both of these characters are very explosive and both of these players as well.
Absolutely. It's not the traditional archetype of camp with gyro and camp with projectiles Wii Fit. They're both going to box each other the entire set for sure.
Right, right. And here we go. We have Sergio putting Mold into the corner, using that platform to extend that corner pressure, and we got Mold fighting out of the corner.
Yeah, for sure. And there you go. There is the tech chase, right? Reads the normal getup and gets the up smash, gets that nice deep breathing, making him just a little bit heavier.
Sergio, I mean, Wii Fit just in general, but Sergio for sure, almost known for those up smashes. So many Twitter clips from Sergio.
So many.
Finding those early up smash kills. So you got to, especially with these platforms, you got to watch out for that option.
For sure. And all the Twitter clips is always like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not sorry.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, a nice rising there right there from the ledge on Mold, right? Trying to pressure Sergio into doing something dumb on the platform. Doesn't get anything, though, and waits the deep breathing out. Yeah, making Sergio just a little bit heavier and making the hits on Mold hurt just a little bit more, right? Like, a back air and up air at that percent with deep breathing would have killed. So good stuff so far. Honestly, Mold's probably dead at the next big hit right now from Sergio, so we have to be really careful. Gets the berry, and wow, the mash, right?
Yep, just barely being able to get out of that, but still at the corner. Almost a comfortable position of your Wii Fit. You got so many options to fight out of it. Here we go, Sergio taking center stage and setting up a ledge trap of his own.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. Yeah, he said, get off me, bro, right, with that get-up attack. So, again, resetting the situation, and, I mean, you know, Mold really needs to get this kill on Sergio, right? But, man, gets the deep breathing down tilt right there for good measure. Nice first stock right from Sergio. Yeah, oh, man, he just air dodges through the up air anyway. So, finally gets hit by the gyro, but, man, deep breathing Wii Fit, man.
Oh, wow, that was like negative knockback.
Yeah, negative knockback, really good tech right there. Man, this is looking really scary for Mold, right? Like, what an opening from Sergio, right?
And just not able to find this kill. Is this going to be it? Yes, it is. That up throw is going to ensure that no matter how, you're not going to be able to get past a certain percent because that up throw is going to start killing. And,
oh, man, the side B just props him up just a little bit to miss the arm rotor right there. Anybody else probably dead there, honestly.
Exactly,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, great stuff from Sergio, thinking his lucky stars that he didn't have to deal with that. Because, man, we obviously everybody knows how quick R.O.B can, you know, just obliterate stock so quickly, right? And now Mold's going to have to fight pretty hard for this second stock.
All right, here we go. Ledge trap situation. Sergio fights out of the corner once again. He's going to beat out the Nair startup right there with his own fair, and just one good hit, especially with deep breathing, but great defensive play here by Mold, not letting Sergio get that hit.
Yeah, for sure. And wow, he was trying to grab him. Like he said, he got up, time to be really aggressive, right? Gets in there once again, kind of a scramble. Once again, the ledge trapping, however, not going to get anything, right? Kind of just a scramble at this point. I mean, you're both at high percents. Like, straight hits are going to end up starting to kill pretty soon. You got to be really careful, though, with that deep breathing. Once again, like we said earlier, you know, you're going to live a little bit longer for Sergio, so you got to be careful if you're Mold. Can't overcommit, right?
Exactly. And it's been a while since Sergio's been able to get a clean hit. Once again, that defensive play from Mold. Stalling out stuff like the deep breathing, of course. And, wow, just chasing. Good stuff, going right underneath the soccer ball in the header right there. And it's getting a little bit scary now if you're Sergio for someone who started off so strong.
Yeah, because, you know, Mold needs one hit and can be really scary because you can just, like, again, it's a zero death is possible for sure. So,
you know, factor.
Nice gets the laser right there. I was going to say up throw could kill at this point. Deep breathing, though, makes you a little bit heavier. Maybe the zero to death R.O.B combos won't work, so you're going to have to be a little bit creative if you're Mold.
Oh, no!
You're not dead, right?
With so much rage? Oh.
Dude, you almost died. You almost died. That would have been crazy. That would have been like a Yeet Smash clip, honestly. Like,
1,000,000%. That would have been Mold saying, hey, here's a taste of your own medicine. I've seen all the Twitter clips that you put out there. So.
Yeah, exactly. This is purgatory for you stealing stocks so early, man.
Exactly.
So, but, man, and Sergio was winning so hard, and now it's, like, stupid even. Oh, but that's a whiff, and ends up getting the dash attack anyways. Unfortunate right there. Mold What a comeback, right? But Sergio, however, will prove to be resilient and take game number 1.
Yeah, sigh of relief coming out from Sergio. And I mean, considering that situation, how comfortable of a lead you had, to be that close, it's got to be a huge relief to be able to take that game. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be looking to go to Smashville for game numero dos. I say numero dos because we got some Mexican players in the crowd, you know?
True.
We know we got some Meister and SkyJ fans in the back, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, this is like the SkyJ Meister waiting room, right? So, but you know what? It's all good. We have Mold and Sergio once again. What an entertaining first game. It was literally back and forth, even though Sergio did prove to have a giant lead at the beginning of the game. So,
yeah, Mold going to Smashville. Interesting to see how they're going to try to use that middle platform, right? Obviously, the stage itself is much smaller, so giving Wii Fit a little bit less room to run away and throw those projectiles.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, honestly, just like you get, you know, the platform can set up some really nice tech chases, especially Sergio, right? Like Sergio, we saw the normal get up read, right, or the reaction, and gets that first stock on Battlefield. On this stage right here, kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah, and I wonder, though, because the platform is much longer, if that's going to make it a little bit harder to cover with, like, up smash, right? Obviously, Wii Fit's up smash is very strong, but it's very thin, you know? And so with more platform space, maybe that makes it a little bit harder to cover, but Sergio still going to manage to take that stock with that down air right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a super aggressive response, and like Mold was getting something started for themselves, and then, you know, Sergio said, nah, this is over, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that down air proving to be a real big momentum killer, right?
Yeah, Sergio holding this lead.
Oh, but gets the gyro, but you're not dead. That might have been, I don't know if deep breathing could have been a part of that, and gets the arm rotor. That thing is literally a black hole. It's a vacuum.
But you notice, Sergio lived to 168 that stock. That is not something that you come to expect from a character like R.O.B.
No, not at all, exactly. Because a lot of times people aren't, you know, lower level, you know, because this is top level Houston. At lower level, you're not expecting, you know, people to mash out of your stuff consistently. You're not expecting people to fall into the usual R.O.B. stuff.
Right.
And obviously, Sergio's VI has to be really good, right?
Absolutely.
So. But nice little combo going right there. Kind of forcing the resources. Going to have to use... Oh, save this jump that entire time. Nice.
Yeah.
That's another thing, too, right? You know, for people that are looking to try to improve in their gameplay, looking at people conserve their jump and disadvantage is huge, because sometimes you're like, oh, yeah, that guy's dead.
Yep.
And then they just recover, right? So that's something to note for sure if you want to take notes if you're watching. So.
Oh, that soccer ball going right over Mold's head. Just using these projectiles, getting back to center. It's going to choose to go back to the ledge a little bit, establish a bit of space to try to slowly make their way in, getting that back air.
The Zombear, right? Everybody talks about it, right?
Of course.
It works for all the R.O.B. mains, right? But it works the most for Zomba, but it's still the Zombear. It's so big. R.O.B.'s back here is huge.
And speaking of big moves, that nair right there helping R.O.B. to land, beating out the hitbox of Sergio. And now Sergio got to find a way to get back to the ledge.
Yeah, the way he was able to kind of pick up that gyro, right, and kind of, you know, prove to kind of be a little bit slippery at the ledge, right, because, you know, you were going to get punished for a regrab potentially, so you got to be careful there. So, and something that we haven't really been seeing that much, we see it mainly there, you know, how the laser interrupts deep breathing. Every time Sergio wants to take some space, create some distance, and charge up that deep breathing, he wants to, you know, try to punish that, right, with the laser. And we saw a very sticky situation in our hands right there for a little bit, but, you know, no stock loss yet. Not for a while, so.
And, you know, beginning of this set, I mentioned both of these players being very explosive, but both of these players living a very long time, as Molds manages to find just a tiny lead here in the second game. Already going to the up B to stall out the ledge invincibility. And, ooh, big combo.
The creativity right there, right? Because normally you see the gyro combos, but, you know, gyro being out already, taking a little bit of time to reset.
Yeah.
Tries to mix some things up, right? He gets that, like, nair, then fair, right? To kind of just wait a little bit. You know, something I personally haven't seen that much, so that's actually pretty nice to see. So, but Sergio getting that up air, proving to respond. Again, super close game number 2, right? Could be anybody's game now.
Uh-oh. These are the Sergio stocks that we've come to expect. 98% in literally an instant. And here we go, way off stage. Gonna dodge the soccer ball with that header, but Sergio keeping it going.
Yeah, once again, off stage, and there you go. We saw it again, the laser right there, like we said earlier, but, you know, Sergio proving to still be able to get deep breathing. This is a really scary situation, and gets the up air, and that's going to do it. Ooh. Sergio taking a 2-0 lead right now over Mold. This is really scary because this is loser side top A, and if you lose here, you get to go home. And Mold,
Exactly.
Mold is pretty far from here, man. But still, I mean, regardless, just super close. You know, both players kind of just responding to each other very accordingly. Again, there's some creativity, right? Especially because I don't know off the top of my head how many times we've seen this matchup in Houston. We've seen it quite a bit, right? Specifically these two players. So when you know someone like that and you're at a regional, you got to pull out the tricks from the hat, right? So you got to be really careful. And wow, just straight up just spawn in side B. Why not, right?
Yeah, it is, you know, decent options, very long lasting, and if Sergio decides to go for that header, you know, it reflects projectile, so that's one thing also to keep in mind. But you know, Sergio struggling a little bit to get off this ledge, just these giant hitboxes from Mold. And we saw earlier in the set, we saw the Nair actually hit below the ledge, right? So that's also something that's really scary here. Sergio hasn't been able to land.
No, not at all, right? Just like lots of disadvantage, right? Especially like Nair hitting behind as well, so it covers that roll out, right? You got to be careful, especially being that high up off the stage. You get hit by that R.O.B up here at that percent. No matter how good your DI is, you're going to die. So.
Yeah, you mentioned it, but that bear on platform earlier by Mold was, that was such a great option coverage. It was insane.
Absolutely. The creativity, right?
Yeah.
And like the ability to just like adapt and change some things up on the fly, keeping your opponent guessing in this situation, especially when you're down 0-2, you really need to pull these tricks out, right?
Yeah. Ooh, Sergio being patient here. Great tomahawk. Just empty land. You drop shield. I'm going to hit you with this F tilt.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Gets the F tilt right with the deep breathing, and that's your life. This is really scary, though. Yeah, nice stall right there from Sergio. You can't just linearly recover the same way consistently, especially because R.O.B is going to look to try to shark it off with a down air. So.
Oh, Sergio went a little bit high. Mold took advantage of that. And, oh, a little bit too committal, and Sergio's gonna make it back. No.
What is this?
Okay. We were robbed, so we're okay.
Dude, have you seen that old Smash Brawl meme where, like, the Fox and Falco go underneath the
Oh,
stage
yeah.
and just start, like, that?
The task video.
We were going to see that for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Human task, right? Like, not perfectly, but pretty close.
Yeah.
So.
When you play a character with an up B like R.O.B, anything's possible off stage.
Exactly. Literally can just like stay down there for a while, for a very long time.
Very long time. Yeah.
I literally got married, had kids, and had grandkids before Mold made it back to the stage.
Exactly.
There. So.
But Sergio unable to do the same thing that you know, R.O.B can. Not nearly as many recovery mix-ups. You still have some time to mix up some stalls with your header, but not quite to that extent, as Mold is gonna be the one extending this lead now, a full stock ahead. That Nair hitting the thing we Fits love to do, right? Drop off platform header.
Yeah.
Just sniping that out. And Sergio slowly but surely fights out of the corner.
Yeah,
gets
absolutely.
advantage going.
Yeah, gets the deep breathing charge right there. Now kind of in a ledge-up situation, but throws out the up air. He says, get off me, but he says, you get off me with that down air. And Sergio with deep breathing at 104, 114 and counting.
Yeah.
This is looking like a really scary spot for Sergio. And yeah, that's going to do it. Mold is going to take a game, and for the rest of the set, we will be going on Sergio's counter picks. However, something to know was really good right there from Mold, kind of just throwing out the hitbox, knowing you don't have Ledge Invincibility anymore.
Exactly.
Right?
That Ledge Invincibility was running out, and the thing that's so crazy about R.O.B is gyro. That long-lasting hitbox just at the corner, putting on so much pressure, and that's what made Sergio drop off, right? And because of the pressure of the gyro, Sergio drops off, finds the back air like you said, and that is going to put Mold on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, what a evenly matched up set, right? Like, we saw the 3-stock incoming, and then we almost saw the reverse 3-stock incoming.
Yep.
And we saw some, a really close, game number 3 right there. So, but yeah, what do you think about Battlefield specifically? So,
Yeah, this is interesting. So this is Sergio's counter pick.
I'm curious.
Yeah,
I'm actually curious because I think in my head I would see R.O.B coming here, if anything. So.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the thought process is. Maybe it has something to do with the platforms. A lot of projectile characters sometimes like those Battlefield-like platforms because you can sort of camp underneath them, right? Use the covering, the top platform covering as basically as covering, right?
Yeah.
So the opponents can't jump in on you, especially with a character with the hitboxes of R.O.B. But then again,
Yeah, for sure.
we've seen R.O.B's hitboxes be able to hit through those platforms as Mold almost finds that kill there.
Deep breathing saved your life, I'm telling you
True,
right now,
true.
honestly. But, dude, what a reversal. Oh, my
Deep breathing
goodness.
did a little bit more than just save Sergio's life right there. It also took that stock.
Literally
That's
gave
crazy.
him a stock, absolutely. And wow, gets the miss on, on the option, right? He tried to guess.
Yeah.
He tried to guess after, the berry and doesn't get anything. And good
Oh
patience from
my
Sergio.
God,
and oh
Sergio.
my goodness. You're crazy. Sergio knows. He knows something we don't. He knows something we don't.
That's the second time now we've seen him. As soon as Mold is in that situation, to be able to recognize that 2 times in a row, absolutely, he knows something that we don't.
Yeah, he's from the future, man. He's already seen it. He's already
Yeah.
seen how this ends, man. This is so scary, man. But, man, Mold is going to have to respond big here just to force that Game 5, not even to win the set, right? And that's the beauty about taking a 2-0 lead is you have games to throw away. You have games to adapt because, you have a 2-0 lead. You only need one more win, so.
Yeah. And, well, what amazing timing, now that you mentioned that, for Sergio to bring that out, especially. That's such a huge momentum shift, right? And if you're the one who's down in the set, that's got to be scary.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is so scary, and every hit that Mold is trying to get is just to even up this, this stock count. However, any trades are super unfavorable right now for R.O.B, so got to be careful.
Sergio taking his flow, so is Mold.
Oh, nice. Gets that Jumpman fair right there, but doesn't get anything else after. But the trade was so weird, man. Unfortunate, but Sergio going to take a 3-1 lead over Mold, going to advance into